Stockholm, it is time to meet your top competitors of the 2025 through 2026 International Tour. Coming out to the track first, your 2025 Arena Championship Series East champion out of Clarion, Pennsylvania. This is Tony Ochs in Iron Man. Coming out to the track next, your 2025 World Finals Skills Challenge champion out of Lafayette, Louisiana. This is Granger in Megalodon.
I want to be rich.
Coming up to the track last, your 2024 International Tour champion, and you're representing the team truck that is currently in the lead on the 2025 to 2026 International Tour. This is Charlie Pauken in Granger. Stockholm, get loud because this is Monster Jam. Monster Jam fans, it is now time for our first competition here of the morning, the JCB Racing Competition. All 8 of our drivers have been seeded into the bracket based off the results from our last event in Liwa, Abu Dhabi. All 8 of our drivers will be competing head-to-head in a one-on-one elimination tournament, where the winner of each race will advance on to the next round, culminating in the final round race on the road to Monster Jam World Finals 27 in Salt Lake City, Utah. So, Stockholm, make some noise if you're ready for the JCB Racing Competition. First up out of San Diego, California, this is Brandon Arthur in JCB DIGatron. Versus in the other lane, out of Hagerstown, Maryland, making his return to Monster Jam for the first time since 2024. This is Michael Vaters Jr. in the Amazing Spider-Man, who will get the win and advance on into the semifinals. Let's find out. Here we go. On your mark, set, go. And you're in the Amazing Spider-Man will roll over, and your winner is going to be Brandon Arthur in JCB DIGatron. Next up, out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull, this is Peter Nyman in Toro Loco. Versus in the other lane, representing the black and green Wrecking Machine, this is Charlie Pauken in Grave Digger, who will get the win and advance on into the semifinals. Let's find out. Here we go. On your mark, set, go. Your winner is going to be Peter Nyman in Toro Loco. Next up out of Clarion, Pennsylvania, this is Brandon Arthur in Iron Man. Versus in the other lane, representing the Goddess of Thunder, this is Chelsi Van Cleave in Thor, who will get the win and advance on to the semifinals. Let's find out. Here we go. On your mark, set, go. And your winner is going to be Tony Ochs in Iron Man. Next up out of Lafayette, Louisiana, this is Blake Granger in Megalodon. Versus in the other lane out of Orlando, Florida, this is Joe Dennis in Black Panther. This is the final race here in round 1. Who will get the win and go on into the semifinals? Let's find out. Here we go. On your marks, go. And your winner is going to be Granger and Megalodon. Now time to kick off the semifinals here in this morning's JCB Racing Competition. First up, we have Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron versus Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Who will get the win and advance on to the final round? Let's find out. Here we go. On your mark, let's go. Your winner is gonna be Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Who will go to the final round to face off against Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco? Will it be Tony Ochs and Iron Man? Or will it be Granger and Megalodon? Let's find out. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. Your winner is gonna be Granger and Megalodon. Monster Jam fans, we've made to the final round here in this morning's JCB Racing Competition. We started off the morning with 8 of the fastest Monster Jam competitors, and we are now down to the fastest 2. So Stockholm, make some noise if you're ready to meet our final round contenders. First up, out of Lafayette, Louisiana, this is Granger and Megalodon. Versus in the other lane, out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull, this is Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Who will get the win and get the first 8 points towards this morning's overall event championship? Let's find out, and let's go racing! And your winner is going to be Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Man, nice job here for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco and getting into this win. His first win here in quite a while here in Monster Jam, as he hasn't competed with us this year. Man, marked his return to Monster Jam for the first time since the International Tour in 2024. So he's happy he's able to come out here and get this JCB Racing Competition win here for you fans. And you know, we're in his home country here in Sweden, and so he's happy he was able to bring home this win, and he had this truck dialed in this entire competition. He's making rounds, he's laying down fast passes. So just great job here for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco on getting this much-deserved JCB Racing Competition win. And Peter Nyman is honored to be driving El Toro Loco for select international events throughout 2026. As he is very honored to have this opportunity to drive his truck here for you fans, as representing 25 years of one of the most legendary Monster Jam trucks. So great job here for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco on getting this JCB Racing Competition win and for collecting the first 8 points towards this towards this morning's overall event championship. Stockholm, get loud and make some noise one last time. Time for your JCB Racing winner, Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Monster Jam fans, it is now time for our second competition here of the morning, the Skills Challenge. All 8 of our drivers are going to come out here and get either 2 opportunities to try to do the best maneuvers on 2 wheels, or 1 opportunity at a donut. 2 wheel maneuvers, you may see these drivers go out here on this track, are stoppies, moonwalks, poppers, sky wheelies, slap wheelies, bicycles, or maybe even a combination of these moves. So, Stockholm, get loud if you're ready for the Skills Challenge. Coming out first, out of Hagerstown, Maryland, this is Michael Vaters Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man. Nice there, setting it down. 1 more attempt left to go here for Michael Vaters Jr. The Amazing Spider-Man. There's a great moonwalk right there. Crab walking the truck. Let's see what he's got in store for us here on attempt number 2. As the popper off of the landing ramp. Sets it down, nice there, and Popper, the crab walking the truck, he sets it down, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Michael Vaters Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man. Your score for Michael Vaters Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man will be a 32. That is going to be enough for first place. Your leader to kick things off here in the 2-wheel skills challenge, or in the skills challenge, will be Michael Vaters Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man. Next up, representing the black and green wrecking machine, this is Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger. Nice there, slap wheelie here on attempt number 1. 1 more attempt left to go here for Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger. Nice there, bicycle on attempt number 2. He sets it down, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger. Your score for Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger is going to be a 28. That is going to be enough for second place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Michael Vaters Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man. Next up, representing the Goddess of Thunder, this is Chelsi Van Cleave in Thor. Nice there donut for Chelsi Van Cleave. She donuts it and just spins it round and round and round. keeping that donut in one place and keeps the truck on all 4 V50 tires, as she opted to do that donut maneuver. So great job here. What an awesome donut right there from Chelsi, Van Cleave, and Thor. And that is going to be the end of the run. Your score for Chelsi, Van Cleave, and Thor is going to be a 32. That is going to be good enough for second place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Vaters Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man. Next up, out of Orlando, Florida, this is Joe Dennis in Black Panther. Nice there, stoppy little attempt right there on attempt number 1. One more attempt left to go here from Joe Dennis in Black Panther. Sets it down, nice little stopping there on attempt number 2, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Joe Dennis and Black Panther. Your score for Joe Dennis and Black Panther is going to be a 24. That's going to be enough for 4th place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Vaters Jr. and The Amazing Spider-Man. Next up, out of San Diego, California, this is Brandon Arthur in JCB DIGatron. Nice comboing into a wheelie. Wow, what a save right there from Brandon Arthur as the truck goes backwards. He almost rolls over but gets the save. Wow, what an attempt right there. One more attempt left to go here for Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. Nice, and gets a slap moonwalk. Nice there, he sets it down, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Brandon Arthur in JCB DIGatron. Your score for Brandon Arthur in JCB DIGatron is going to be a 40. That is going to be good enough for first place. Your brand new leader is going to be Brandon Arthur in JCB DIGatron. Next up, out of Clarion, Pennsylvania, this is Tony Ochs in Iron Man. walks it all the way up this pod. Nice there, he sets it down. One more attempt left to go. Here for Brandon or for Tony Ochs in Iron Man. Nice and got stopping moonwalk into wheelie combo. And he's gonna set it back down, and that's gonna be the end of the run here for Tony Ochs in Iron Man. Your score for Tony Ochs in Iron Man is gonna be a 32. That is going to be good enough for 4th place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Brandon Arthur in JCB DIGatron. Next up, out of Lafayette, Louisiana, this is Granger in Megalodon. Nice here, comboing it into the wheelie. Nice here, comboing it back into a stoppie. And so moonwalking it back up that small little pod, setting it down. One more attempt left to go here for Granger in Megalodon. Nice there, Tombstone, twisting the back to DKT tires. And he's going to set it down, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Granger in Megalodon. Your score for Granger Megalodon is going to be 36. That's going to be good enough for 2nd place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Brandon Arthur in JCB DIGatron. Next up, out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull, this is Peter Nyman in Toro Loco. Nice, you're coming into a wheelie. Let's there, smoothly walking that really down the pod. One more attempt left to go here for Peter Nyman and Toro Loco. Well, he gets it, he walks it down, and the truck gets upset, gets thrown onto the side to BKT tires. But Peter Nyman's side wall saves it and keeps it back on all four BKT tires. Wow, what a move, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Peter Nyman and Toro Loco. Your score for Peter Nyman and Toro Loco is going to be 36. That is going to be getting up for third place, which means your skills challenge winner is going to be none other than Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. Nice job here for Brandon Arthur on getting this skills challenge win, as he really did tear it up here in this competition. First attempt was really crazy. He got the stoppy moonwalk combo. He walked it back onto a wheelie on top of the pod. But then, got on one tire, the truck got upset, he, went backwards. And then he luckily got the little sidewall save to keep the truck on all four BKT tires. And then on attempt number 2, he went for the tombstone off of the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. And he was able to get a slap and moonwalk in there. And that was very clean and very well executed there for Brandon Arthur. And doing the skills challenge on this track is definitely very difficult. There's not a lot of opportunities for moves here on this track, and it can be very tight and very hard to get moves in here. But luckily Brandon Arthur was able to figure out the track and was able to get it done here in skills here this morning. So just great job here for Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. Definitely close here. He's got to give some props and some shout outs to Peter Nyman, Blake Granger, and Tony Ochs, as they all also laid down awesome runs. But at the end of the day, Brandon Arthur is going to be the one getting the win and getting the next 8 points towards this morning's overall event championship. So Monster Jam fans, get loud and make some noise one last time for your skills challenge winner, Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. Monster Jam fans, it is now halftime, so go get up, stretch, head on out to the concourse, and we'll be back out here in half an hour for our final competition of the morning. Monster Jam fans, I'm gonna need your guys' help to open up our final competition here of the morning. I need everyone here to take out your cell phones and to turn on that flashlight. And I'm gonna need you guys to wave your phones. I'm gonna need you guys to move your phones up and down to the beat of the music. Let's get it started. Here we go. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going, Stockholm. Follow the beat. We've reached the pinnacle of this afternoon's Monster Jam event. It's time for the Monster Jam Freestyle Competition. Coming out first, out of San Diego, California, this is Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. Looks looks like Brandon Arthur's lining up here for the Morgan, and Morgan backflip ramp. He's gonna nail it cleanly. "30 seconds are left here for Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. And that's going to be the end of the run here for Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. Score for Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron is going to be an 8.825. That is going to be good enough for first place. Your leader to kick things off here in the freestyle competition will be Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. Next up, out of Clarion, Pennsylvania, this is Tony Ochs in Iron Man. And it's 2 minutes starting out here for Tony Ochs. Nice there save here for Brandon Arthur. Message for Tony Ochs. Seconds are left here for Tony Ochs and Iron Man. Nice there, Donut, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Tony Ochs in Iron Man. Tony Ochs in Iron Man is going to be an 8.290. That is going to be good enough for second place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Brandon Arthur and JCB DIGatron. Next up, out of Orlando, Florida, this is Joe Dennis in Black Panther. Nicer save from Joe. Nicer save from Bari Musauer. Message from Joe Dennis. Joe Dennis laying down a pretty solid run. He's looking for a freestyle win. He felt as if he was underscored and possibly robbed 2 days ago in Melbourne. Let's see if he can get that win here today in Stockholm. He's laying down a pretty great run right now. seconds are left here for Joe Dennis. What a donut right there at the end of time, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Joe Dennis in Black Panther. Score for Joe Dennis in Black Panther is going to be 8.371. That's going to be good enough for second place. Your leaders still going to remain to be Brandon Arthur in Ironman and JCB DIGatron. Next up, out of Hagerstown, Maryland, your 2014 Young Guns Shootout champion. This is Michael Vaters Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man. As they're kicking things off here with the save. Nice there, cross thread. Michael Vaters Jr. making his return to Monster for the first time since the end of summer show in 2024. And you know, he used to drive Overkill Evolution. Now he's out here driving the Amazing Spider-Man, so we're very happy to see him back here driving for Feld, and let's see how he can perform here on the track. Wow, nice there, slack. Really, Mike Vaters really laying down a great run right now. Great save. Looks like he's lining up for that Morgan and Morgan backflip. He's got it and he's on a wheelie. 30 seconds are left here for Mikey Vaters second. Sending it across the track. And that's going to be the end of the run here for Mike Vaters second. And the Amazing Spider. Your score for Michael Vaters Jr. in the Amazing Spider-Man is going to be a 9.130. That's going to get up for first place. Your brand new leader is going to be Michael Vaters Jr. in the Amazing Spider-Man. Coming out next out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull. This is Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco. Peter Nyman got the racing win. Let's see if we can get a freestyle one. Nicer cross thread. 30 seconds are left here for Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco. Nice, there goes the sky, really ends it on the lid, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco. Your score for Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco is going to be an 8.815. That's going to be good enough for third place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Michael Vaters Jr. in the Amazing Spider-Man. Next up, representing the black and green wrecking machine, this is Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger. Actually smashing it through that crush car right there. Charlie Pauken's backdriving Gravedigger here on this international tour. He's hoping to help keep that points lead here for Team Gravedigger. As here's a huge task that Matt Cody has left behind. Let's see here if Charlie Pauken can get it done here and keep expanding that points lead. Charlie's not had his best event today, so let's hope he can do really good here in freestyle. Charlie's lining up for it, the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Ducking the sidewall, saves, but he rolls over. This was like his Gravedigger truck just struggles on that backflip as Charlie's gonna roll over, and that is gonna be the end of the run. Your score for Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger is gonna be an 8.110. That is going to be good enough for 6th place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Michael Vaters Jr. in The Amazing Spider-Man. Next up, representing the Goddess of Thunder, this is Chelsi Van Cleave in Thor. Wow, what crazy saves here for Chelsi. Kick off the run. Chelsi Van Cleave making her first competition appearance in 2026 here today. Driving Thor. She's going to be driving Thor a lot here this year for a few shows. So let's see how she does. She's going to get a nice save right there. $30 seconds are left here for Chelsi Van Cleave and Thor. What a somersault. One more send there for you fans. And that is going to be the end of the run here for Chelsi, Van Cleave, and Thor. Your score for Chelsi, Van Cleave, and Thor is going to be an 8.811 as we get up to 4th place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Michael Vaters Jr. and the Amazing Spider-Man. Coming out last, out of Lafayette, Louisiana, this is Blake Granger and a Megalodon. Blake Granger sending it here off the start. Blake is lining up for the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Nicer job. He gets the consecutive. 30 seconds are left here for Blake Granger and Megalodon. Massive send. And he's going to end it right there, and that's going to be the end of the run here for Blake Granger and Megalodon. Our score for Blake Granger and Megalodon is going to be a 9.128. That's going to be getting up for 2nd place, which means your freestyle competition winner is going to be none other than Michael Vaters Jr. and the Amazing Spider-Man. Man, nice job here for Michael Vaters Jr. on getting this freestyle win. Man, Michael Vaters, it's been an interesting decade so far for Michael Vaters. Competed full time in Monster Jam during quarter 1 of both 2020 and 2021. But then after that, he ended up stepping down and would not compete at all in 2022. In 2023, he came back just for the Monster Jam World Finals to compete in Overkill Evolution. And then he also had another show with Overkill and a Monster Jam 2 years ago in 2024 for the end of summer show in Orlando. And now he comes in, he was completely absent throughout all of 2025. Now for his first show back here in 2026. He's going to be walking away with a freestyle win. It's a great job here for Michael Vaters on being able to get that accomplishment. The track was very difficult here this morning, as dirt conditions weren't exactly the best. And this is a track nobody on this tour has competed on. So everybody has, it's definitely a bit hard for everybody, but everybody was on it with that equal vantage point for his freestyle competition. That Spider-Man truck just knows how to do freestyle, and Michael Vaters really enjoyed driving that truck in freestyle. The truck controlled amazingly, and he's going to be able to walk out of here with this freestyle win. So huge congratulations for him. He had a great run, cleanly nailed the Morgan backflip ramp, great air and great momentum throughout the whole run. So this is an absolute cinema, absolute perfect run here from Michael Vaters II and the Amazing Spider-Man. What a run from him, and what a great return to competition as he's going to be driving the Amazing Spider-Man in Megalodon internationally throughout this whole season. So I cannot wait to see what we see in the future here from Michael Vaters here on this tour. And let's see if he can help one of these teams get the season championship, the series championship, So, Monster Jam fans, make some noise and give it up one last time for your freestyle competition winner, Michael Vaters Jr. and the amazing Spider-Man taking home the last 8 points towards this morning's overall event championship. Your score for, Monster Jam fans, your BKT overall event championship winner has been decided after getting a total of 7 points in the JCB Racing Competition, 7 points in the Skills Challenge, and 7 points in the Freestyle Competition, getting a total of 21 points. Your BKT overall event championship winner is going to be none other than Blake Granger in Megalodon. Nice job here for Blake Granger on getting this overall event championship win. Blake, he won nothing out here today. He got 0 competition wins, but he's going to win it all and win the overall event championship. So, it's a great job here for Blake Granger. He really had an amazing event here today. Second place across the board, getting the lucky 777 to win the 777 to get that overall event championship. And Blake, I wish I could have won that freestyle for you guys, but he still had his buddy Michael Vaters Jr. to bring it home. And Blake, his first show Megalodon in 2026, and he's loving how the truck has been performing. And he's hoping to keep getting this truck more and more points. This is a very much needed win for Team Megalodon, and this could be exactly the event Team Megalodon needed to get up into the second place spot in the point standings. So, it's a great job here for Blake Granger and Megalodon on getting this overall event championship win in his now 4th identity he has now driven this season. So, it's a great job here for Blake Granger and Megalodon on having a consistent event, as consistency is key here in Monster Jam. And Monster Jam fans, let's make some noise and give it up for your BKT overall event championship winner, Blake Granger in Megalodon. Monster Jam fans, let's go ahead and take a look here at the results from this morning's event here in Stockholm, Sweden. Here are the results from the JCB Racing Competition, the Skills Challenge, and the Freestyle Competition. And then here's a look at the results from the BKT Overall Event Championship. Currently, right now, in the series points, remaining in first place will be Team Granger with 500 points. Second place will be Team Thor with 440 points. Third place will be Team Megalodon with 339 points. Fourth place will be Team Black Panther with 414 points. Fifth place will be Team The Amazing Spider-Man with 411 points. Sixth place will be Team Toro Loco with 397 points. Seventh place will be Team Max D with 248 points. Eighth place will be Team Iron Man with 213 points. And then ninth place will be Team JCB DIGatron with 89 points. So right now, in these points right now, it looks like the points gap has been slightly shrinking here between first and second place, as Team Gravedigger now has only a 60-point lead over Team Thor. So Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger is definitely having to step up his game in the next stop on this tour, as this event here in Stockholm was not really his best, as he really did struggle here, finishing in the bottom in the overall points. So Team Granger is going to hope to have a bounce back in the next stop. And right now, battle for second place is really close and closer than ever, as Team Megalodon is only 1 point behind Team Thor. So, in that next stop, Chelsi Van Cleave is going to really need to step up her game in order to keep Blake Granger, Megalodon behind her. So, Blake Granger, if we can just pull off one more good event, he's going to put Team Megalodon in second place. Chelsi Van Cleave's going to definitely need to make sure she's on her A game in the next stop to make sure that does not happen. And then the battle for fourth place is now also closer than ever, as Michael Vaters Jr. is only 3 points behind Team Black Panther. So one more great event out of Michael Vaters Jr. and it could lead him into getting into that fourth place spot here on the series. And never count out Team El Toro Loco as well, as the truck is now only 14 points behind Team The Amazing Spider-Man. So hopefully with another great event from Peter Nyman, and if he can keep having some good events, he can try to get that truck back into the top spot here and get that truck back into the top half here on this tour. You know, the gap between first and second may be a bit big right now, but the battles for second and third place and the battle between 4th through 6th place is really close right now, so you guys do not want to miss the next stop on this tour. Speaking of which, the next stop here on this international tour will be later on today on Monday, January the 5th in Singapore. And as Monster Jam fans are making our return to Singapore here for the next stop on this international tour, it's going to be a fun stop indeed. The lineup will be very similar to what we just saw here this morning here in Stockholm, Sweden. The lineup will feature Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger, Blake Granger, Megalodon, Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco, Michael Vaters Jr. and The Amazing Spider-Man, Tony Ochs and Iron Man, Chelsi, Cleave and Thor. And then lastly, the only main changes, we have Barry Musauer making his return to drive Black Panther, as Joe Dennis is going to fly home and have some months or some time off at home until his next international stop, which will be coming up very later on in the season. So Joe Dennis is going to take some time off here after doing these 2 events here within these past couple of days, and Barry Musauer will be returning to the driver's seat of Black Panther in the next stop here in Singapore. So we cannot wait for that. And that's going to be a wrap here for this stop here in Stockholm, Sweden. You know, we got one more international event before the tour goes on a nearly 1 month long break. As it's been quite a wild week here for this international tour. As we've done now we've done 8 events for this tour within the past 5 days. And there's only one more day left here for one more event left here on this international tour before these drivers will be getting a break from the international tour. So all these drivers are going to be sure to burn it down and tear it up here for the 9th and final show for the 9th show and within this past week for this international tour. All these drivers are going to burn it down before they get a chance to fly home and get some time off from this tour before we resume it in February. So that's going to be interesting. We cannot wait for that. So everybody, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you guys can be notified for when the next stop here on the 2025 to 2026 International Tour comes out. And have a God bless day, everybody. And that was Monster Jam. Thank you, Stockholm, for a great event. It was great to return here for the first time in nearly 3 years. I hope all you Monster Jam fans have a safe drive home. And we cannot wait to see you all soon at our next Monster Jam.